Hey everyone, welcome back to CODEXICAL, your one-step destination toward everything about AI, software engineering, and new upcoming trends in this field. In this video, I will teach you about lists, its working in Python, its implementation in VS Code, including the lab session, and at the end of the video, you will see an important exercise which you can practice it out. So let's go towards our video. You will understand how to create, modify, and work efficiently with lists. What is a list? Explain that a list are ordered collections, meaning the position of each element is maintained. They are mutable, which means you can modify them, alter after the creation. Lists are used widely for storing group of related data. In this example, you are seeing that a simple list of values from 1 to 5 is included in this list, which is assigned to a number variable. So this number variable has values of 1 to 5. It's the simple structure of a list. List has a simple syntax. It starts with the bracket signs and each element is separated by commas. Creating and accessing lists. You can access elements using indexing or slicing. In this example, there is a list created as fruit. In this list, apple, banana, and cherry, which is written as which is separated by commas and a bracket sign. If we want to print the first apple on screen, then we want to use the indexing in that purpose. So in this example, we used a print function to print the variable, and then fruits index number 0. So the apple index have index 0, banana has index of 1, and cherry has index of 2. So in this example, it will simply print the apple on screen. Modifying and operations. You can add elements in a list with the method of append and insert function. And you can remove elements from the list by having remove function and pop function. And useful operations are length function to find the length of the string, how many values are into the list, and the sort function commonly used to sort the list values, and the reverse function used to reverse the string values. Now we will go towards our lab task. In this lab task, we will create a list of 5 favorite movies, add one more movie using append function, and remove one using remove function, and print the final list. This is the simple program. We will create it on VS Code. So let's go on the lab session. So let's start. I have just now created a list of movies, include Inception, The Matrix, Interstellar, Parasite, The Dark Knight. These are the movies that are created as a list. Movies contains all the list information. So if I want to print this list, I will use print function, print movies. It simply prints a list on screen. Ctrl S and run the file python list.py. Hit enter. As you see, Inception, The Matrix, everything is printed on screen. If you want to print the Inception on screen, single Inception, then it's on the 0th index in the list. Then we will select the 0th index by making a bracket sign and using 0th index, and I will save it, Ctrl S, and run it. It simply prints the Inception on screen. If I want to print the Parasite on screen, then I will use the indexing method 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. This comes towards 3 index. I will save it and run the file. You see the Parasite is printed on. I will use the length function to print how many items are present into the list. List could be an integer or a string values. It's a simple string, so it could print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. 5 things are present in this list. So it simply prints the 5 on screen. So I will save it and run it. It simply prints the 5 on screen. The indexing also work with negative signs. If I use the indexing as -1, then what happens? It starts with the end of the list. So 0 is this and -1 would be this side, the dark night. So I will save it, Ctrl S and run it. Hit enter and you see the dark night. It returns the from the last values. I will use 2, -2, Ctrl S and then parasite will be printed. As you see, parasite is printed on screen. If I want to print a range from 1 index to 3rd index, then I will use the 1 colon sign and 3rd index. It will simply print 1th index value, 2nd index value, not the 3rd index value. The matrix will be printed and the installer will be printed on screen. So I will save it and run it. As you see, the matrix and the interstellar is printed on screen. It's the simple method to print that. So if I use the numbered list, I will create a numbered list. Number is equal to bracket 12, 13, 23, 4, 34, 54, 11, 64. So it's a simple list of numbers. If I use the slicing method for this, print numbers, I will assign the index number as 1 colon 3. It simply prints from 1 to 23 and 34 will be simply printed on screen. So I will Ctrl S and run it. As you see, 23 and 34 is printed on screen. If you don't have a time to create a random list, so you can use the range function, list function, to create a list function and provide the range. I will provide the range of 30. It simply prints from 0 to 29 as a list. So I will simply print the whole list on screen. Ctrl S and run it. As you see, it starts from 0 and ends at 29. It is a simple method to print the list and arrange as a range from 0 to 29. If I assign the range starting point, then I will assign from 5. You want to start with 5, then I will save it and run this. As you see, the list is started from the 5 and go towards 29. I will leave that as 30, and if I want to print only the integer value, if I want to print only the even values on screen, I will use the indexing method. I will use double colon by the spacing 2. It simply prints the even numbers on screen. So I will run it. As you see, it prints 2, 4, 6 by the spacing of 2 until 28. So it's the simple method of slicing. You can practice it out. If you want to combine the both strings, both lists, number and movies into a single string, then you will create like this. I will remove that and I will make combined list is equal to number list plus movies. It simply combines the both list values, and then I'll simply print the combined list on screen. As you see, the list starts from the numbered signs, numbered values as number string, and then the movie string is added into the list. As you see, everything is printed on screen. This is a simple method to combine both lists into a single list. If you want to create nested lists as a 2D array or matrix, so I will create matrix as is equal to the bracket 2 comma 3 and then the curly and then the bracket comma then the bracket sign, and we will use 3 comma 4 and then the bracket close. It's simply created as a nested list as a 2D array of matrix. So I will print the matrix, print matrix Ctrl S and run it. As you see, the matrix is printed on screen. If I use the indexing method, then it simply prints index. Its first two values are printed on the 0th index and the other is on the second index. So I will use 1 to print the 3 comma 4 value. Ctrl S and run it. As you see, 3 comma 4 is printed on screen. This is a simple method to print the matrix values. If I want to print inside the matrix values, inside the list values, I will use the more bracket for this. I will use the 0 and 1 for 4 value. It simply prints the 4 on screen. As you see, it's a simple method to use some indexing method. Now I will use the append method to add the movie at the end of the list. So I have copy paste code for you. So I will copy and paste. I have used movies.append Avengers Endgame. So it will add towards the end of the list, and the insert method is used in that string. It is used to insert and the movies at the given index of the list. So at the given index it's 0, so the load of the rings will come towards 0th index at the start. So I will save it, Ctrl S, and print the list. As you see, at the 0 index, you see the load of rings is inserted and the inception is moved forward, and then at the end of the list you see the Avengers Endgame as it's added to the end of the list. And another method you will use to remove the item into the list. So I will use the remove function to remove the value from the list. I will remove the parasite from the whole list. So I will save it and run it. As you see, there is no parasite left in this list. So it's a simple method to remove the parasite in the list. If you want to sort the whole list, then you want to use the sort method. I will save it and run it. As you see, the list is set to the alphabetically ordered, as starting from the A and I and then T and then at the end of a matrix. This is a simple concept of lists. Now I have an exercise for you. Create a simple list named as shopping list. With that list 6 items. Print the full list and its total number of items. Access and print first item, the last item and the item in the middle by indexing method, and add the new item at the end of the list using append method, and after that at the second position using insert method to insert from indexing and remove one item you already have at home using remove function, and reverse the list order using the reverse function. Print the first 3 items from the reversed string using slicing. As you have completed this lab section and you have gained the concept of lists, I hope you enjoyed this lecture. In the next video, I will teach you about dictionaries, sets, and tuples. These are the most commonly used data structures in Python. And don't miss to subscribe our channel because subscription is really important to get you notified what's upcoming trends in this field. So see you on the next video.